Aloha, I'm Chef Ryan Covert. Welcome back to KTA Kitchens. Today I'm going to demonstrate a corned beef meatloaf with an Irish whiskey glaze. Let's get started with the ingredients. What we have here is a can of corned beef, we have ground beef, we have minute rice, 1 egg, 3 cloves garlic, onion, cabbage, Irish cheddar, sriracha, and salt and pepper. Let's get started with assembling this meatloaf. What I like to use my hands, of course, which is easiest. So let's place the corned beef into the bowl along with the ground beef, the minute rice, the onion, cabbage, the garlic, the cheddar cheese, pepper, and salt, along with the sriracha. Sriracha is optional. If you don't like a little heat in your meatloaf, take it out. Along with 1 egg. I chose the cheese in this dish to give it a little zing to the meatloaf, because it's also from Ireland, going along with the St. Patrick's Day theme. So just give it a little mix with your hands, or you can use spoon or whatever works for you. You just want to really incorporate all the ingredients together here in this meatloaf. Now it's time to form it into the loaf shape. But first thing is you want to do is spray your cooking sheet with a non-stick cooking spray. And then grab your meatloaf with your hands. And just form it into a meatloaf shape. You want to kind of evenly shape so it cooks evenly. There we go. Now it's time to wash your hands. Now it's time to make the Irish whiskey glaze for the meatloaf. What we have here is Irish whiskey, sriracha, tomato paste, and ketchup. Sriracha is optional. It's up to you how much heat you want. So if you don't want any heat, just leave it out. So let's start with mixing all the ingredients together. Ketchup, tomato paste, Irish whiskey, and the sriracha. And you're just going to mix well. So the next step is to pour the glaze over the meatloaf and then bake it. It's okay if it runs over the sides because it's going to make a nice little kind of crust. I added the glaze to the meatloaf. Now it's time to bake it. I have the oven at 350 degrees and we're going to bake this for 55 minutes. The meatloaf has been cooking for 55 minutes in the oven. Now I want to just make sure it's done. So an easy way of making sure this is done is just inserting a knife into the middle of the meatloaf. Let it sit for just about 5 seconds to see the temperature. And just kind of gauge with your temperature. Actually on the upper lip is the best part. And it's nice and warm, so it's done. So let's give this a taste. Now let's cut into it. Look at that. You see all the cabbage, and the onion, and the rice. So let's give this a taste. You're really going to enjoy this. It has great flavors of the corned beef, the cabbage, the onion, even the Irish cheddar. I recommend with this a stout or your favorite beer. I'm Chef Ryan Covert, and thank you for joining me in KTA Kitchens. Until next time, aloha.